This time, I'll be starting the bathroom rebuild, building a new stud wall, fixing the floor, and drywalling. I'm starting by fixing bracing between two ceiling joists. These braces will provide a fixing point for the new stud wall. The laser level will help me find the new wall position. Next, I cut the top plate to length and secure it to the bracing. Time for the studs. And I'm marking the crown, the natural bow in the wood. There's a joist directly below this stud, so I don't think a bottom plate is necessary. Next, I can fit the bottom plate directly into that flooring joist and install the rest of the studs. This next stud is a king stud, so I'm marking out for the doorway. Then transferring those marks from the bottom plate to the top plate. The laser distance measurer provides an accurate reading of the distance between the two plates. I'm cutting the studs slightly longer so they stay in position whilst I add screws. And now for the intermediate studs, ensuring all the crowns are facing the same way. Next, I can cut out the bottom plate in the door opening. Then add the jack stud. That gives me somewhere to attach the header plate. And finally, the cripple studs. This bracing stiffens up the studs and binds them together. Some masonry screws provide additional strength. I cut some new floorboards to size to replace any old boards that were rotten. Next, I'm securing battens to the wall, ready for drywall. I'm drilling a 6mm hole, adding a wall plug, and securing with a screw. and then just repeating 100 times. I'm spacing them 400mm apart and checking for level as I go. Plastic shims help to keep the battens level. Before boarding the ceiling, I'm reinstalling the insulation. I'm filling in the old gaps before overboarding the entire ceiling. I've pre-marked the locations of the ceiling joists so I know exactly where to add screws. This is moisture resistant board, which should help prevent mould. I've scored and snapped the boards on one side so I can fold them in half, making them easier to handle. Using scraps of wood as a lever helps to butt the boards up to the ceiling. It's easier for me to board over the window and cut it out later. I've attached a temporary batten to take the weight of the board whilst I screw it in place. The router with a flush trim bit makes a perfect cut around the window. But it does create a lot of dust. This is standard drywall on this wall, which won't be tiled. I'm adding mineral wool insulation for added soundproofing. It cuts really easily with a snap-off knife. And then finishing off the wall with more drywall. Finally, I'm fitting the door frame. So, the cost so far? Building materials were 20, timber was 60. Plumbing was 105, a professional plumber was 25, drywalling was 130, and a professional plasterer was 310. So the cost of this stage of the project is 650, and the cost so far is 124,030. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. If you think I could or should have done something better, then add a comment below. And if you have any questions, add those below as well.